All right, so right now there is a substantial protest happening in downtown Medford tonight. Yeah, let's just hang here. So we're gonna go and wander around and see what's going on, get some footage, get some interviews if we can. Just sort of see what's going on. No real agenda other than that. Do you want to put them more? Okay. Are we on the wrong side? Okay, fuck. Hey, that guy, he's filming and he's really cool.
All of you, put your hands up! Put your hands up! If you are a minor, get out! If you are a minor, get out of the road! If you are a minor, get out of the road! If you are a minor, get out of the road!
This is definitely...
If you are a minor, get out of the road! Hands up, everybody! Peaceful protest, that's what we're here for! We are not here to fight! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Stand back! Don't shoot! Stand back! Stand back! Stand back! Stand back! Stand back! Keep it peaceful! Keep it peaceful!
Closer.
If you cannot keep it peaceful, we're gonna ask that you please leave. We are here to keep it peaceful, everybody.
Crazy.
Everybody off the street! Off the street! Please get back on the sidewalk! Please get back on the sidewalk! Shut up, liberals! Everybody, please gather your way back onto the sidewalk!
Yeah, I think we're currently on the side of a counter protest to the whole thing. It's kind of a good angle.
No justice, no peace, no racist, no peace. No justice, no peace, no racist, no peace. No racist, no peace.
So it seems like it's definitely centered. Wow. Did you get that? Yeah. Nice. Behind me is a protest in Medford, Oregon, centered just outside of the city hall and the I believe that's the court building. It looks like it's somewhere in the range of like 1,000-ish people, something like that. And this protest on this side here in the plaza formed earlier this morning around 12 o'clock, and I was out here. And it seems like over the course of the day, a counter protest is formed on the other side of the road. There are people with large guns, and it's turned into one of those kind of classic two-side situations.
get out safe. So please, please, just remember to keep it peaceful regardless of any hate that they throw at us. Thank you.
Hey, excuse me, is there any chance you could recap what's been going on here tonight for me and my cameraman here?
I mean, honestly, I was here earlier today. I left and came back, but we've been peacefully protesting all day. These people have been coming out trying to antagonize everybody, and you know how that always goes. They twist it. At the end of the day, they're going to twist it and make everything on us. So we're just here to remember that everything needs to be peaceful, everything needs to be safe. We're just fighting the good fight.
Cool. So I was here earlier during like the afternoon, like 12 and 3, and there wasn't a counter protest.
So you no longer have one.
I don't know.
They've just kind of been trickling on.
Yeah. When I was here earlier, they weren't here. When I came back, they were already here.
Okay.
So.
Cool. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, of
I know
course.
that you are passionate. I am passionate, and I feel the same way. And going home is not letting them win. Going home alive is letting yourself win. I would love to stand out here all night, but by the way that things are looking, we need to go home now. We have said our piece. We have done what we need to do. It is time to go home and be thankful for your life and for the friends and family that are in your life. Please, go home safely. Do not separate. If it takes me walking every single one of you to your cars, I absolutely will do it. Leave in groups. Leave in groups. Go home and rest. And we can come back tomorrow and do it again. We can do it again. George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! Don't pay attention! Go home!
A water bottle just got thrown. Do we want to find a better shot? Like no one's walking towards him. Oh hell no!
So we can all be alive tomorrow! That's our time! We got time!
I think the fact that something like this is happening in Medford, Oregon, just sort of goes to show the scale of, I mean, just the physical scale of what's going on, but also just the level of anger and on how many levels that anger is felt. That even in a place like this, that doesn't matter politically, you're having this happen.
Time to go home! It's time to go home! It's time to go home so we can be well and come back tomorrow and do it again! Go home, but don't leave alone! It's time to go home so we can be well! Do it again! We need each other. It's time to go home so we can see each other tomorrow! It's time to go home so we can be well! You get home on this side. If you live down that way, obviously you can't go that way. So what we should do is, if you're living down that way, let's have a group go down this way and then go down May. And then we're going to have you live over there way. We're going to have another group that goes this way. All right. I hate doing this like a camp counselor, but on three, we're going to do this. We're going to break up into groups. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, kids. If you're going this way, come on. Come on. Let's go home! We proved our point! They want to kill us! It's time to go home so we can be well! And come back together tomorrow and do it again! On that street, they're taking a group.
Okay, quick newsman moment here, I guess. So, the sort of word has been given out that these protesters would like a dispersion. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that is what the call has been, sort of in the face of these people on this side showing up with some force. It seems like the loud sentiment is that They want this side to go home so that we can come back tomorrow and do it again, has been sort of the chanting line. I'm sure you've heard.
I'd rather not, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Thank you. Sort of loop around that side if you can't find somebody.
That guy's he's been a mediator like the whole time. No, there's been a few armed people that have like.
Yeah, let's just go this way. We're gonna go this way. Okay.
I drove all the way down He just was like, I want to go home.
Can we talk to you about what's going on tonight?
Sure.
Awesome. So I guess just recap everything for us. It's just kind of open interview.
Well, fudging, sorry. We're doing pretty good. I got here at 11:30. So most of the time it's just we stand. A lot of people have just been saying their pieces, whether it's like their interactions with police brutality or any kind of crooked cop, and then our good walks. This is the most people against us that I've seen so far, but I thought we did pretty well, and I thought we stood up. Yeah, overall it's been super peaceful. I think some of the kids get really excited. I know I look like a child, but the minors get really excited, so they'll throw their water bottles and stuff, and that's about as bad as us inciting anything. But they've been hand gestures and flipping. No justice, no peace, no racist cops. Thank you guys.
What's that? Who's Trinity?
Trinity's the one who organized this.
Ooh, what is she? What's that?
I'll take her.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you.
You okay? We take water. Trinity? You want to talk?
Hi. Can we
Hi.
just interview you real quick? Open interview style, just sort of say whatever you want to say, recap what's been going on tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I organized this as a peaceful protest, and honestly, I'd say we did pretty damn well. I mean, with de-escalating it ourselves, with our allies and our people who don't want violence. You saw it. The police didn't have to do anything. We're not here to riot. We're here for black people. We're here for their voices. We don't want riots. We don't want this town burnt to the ground. They're trying to initiate violence onto us. Every single incident from today was them initiating violence onto us. That's all I have to say about it. That's all I want people to know.
So we saw when we were just back there were water bottles. They were going both directions. But,
No, I know. These people are angry, and rightfully so. These people are tired of watching their people get murdered by police. They're sick, and they're fucking tired of it. And they're angry, and they're pissed off. And that's why I'm here. Because they won't think twice. I'm putting myself in between them because they won't shoot me. And that's a fact, and I know that. That's why I'm here.
so now that there's been sort of a call to disperse, are you planning, as the organizer, are you planning on sort of sticking around and making
No, I don't plan on sticking around. I've been wanting to disperse for a while. I'm just want more people to leave before I feel comfortable heading out.
for sure? Anything else you want to add?
That's it. Justice for George Floyd.
All right, thank you so much. It's just a say your piece kind of thing. We don't really have any questions.
No, absolutely. This ain't my first go around. I was present at the May Day incident at Saturday in Portland, and I just got off work and beelined it here, and I couldn't not do it. I have to stand for what I believe in, and personal story. When I was 14, I fought off 2 other kids, and the cops still choked me out.
Okay, got it.
In fucking Medford.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
In fucking Medford.
So you've been here, how long have you been here
I just got here. I just got here like a little bit ago. I just got off work and beelined it here. My boss literally, like, the second I got, like, clocked off, he texted me, like, I know where you're going. Be safe.
I'm sure you got some other things in there too.
He's a good friend, but I could not be here. I have to represent. This is fucking bullshit. It's been going on for way too long. It's been going on since fucking Charleston. It's been going on since fucking Trayvon Martin. It's been going on since Rodney King. We, as the American people, are fucking fed up. And this is coming from a white dude who's fed the fuck up.
Anything else you want to add?
I see another France coming.
What do you mean by that?
The fall.
The fall? Like, you think this is sort of a French Revolution situation?
I think this is the start of it. I mean, our president is held up in a fucking bunker now after he called us terrorists. Which, first and foremost, there is no Antifa.
Yeah, it doesn't have a leadership organization.
There is no Antifa, period. And besides, what is more American than fighting Nazis? Like, Captain America got his whole start. First comic, what's he doing? Punching Hitler. But, you know, what do I know?
Fuck yeah! Because we all got guns.
There are people on the courthouse side that have guns. I guess observers.
Because Americans are
And
fire, motherfucker.
the protesters came over here and started agitating the observers. I don't know why it seems like there's two sides, but there definitely are.
We're not doing anything on you. Why are you guys even looking at me? You guys come where? We're not trying to burn nothing down. We're not trying to hurt. Why are you guys standing there? What have we done?
I don't want to burn nothing down.
What have we done? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Too much things.
I'm trying to keep it.
I love babies in the womb. Okay? I love all these. That's what I'm saying. It should be all lives matter. It's not just about black lives. All lives matter. It matters to everybody.
So I know this group set America on fire this last week. This fucking group. This fucking crowd right here. It was all the ideology you guys are throwing and lighting the fucking stores and churches on fire.
What the fuck that you guys, bro?
Was my side that never robbed a fucking store over something that happened 2,000 miles away.
I don't even steal from my own mother.
Everybody has a bad
I stopped stealing candies from my mother at the age of 12. How am I on the wrong track? Black people getting shot up. Nobody here. I don't want knees on people's necks.
Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to destroy one fucking man. One man. You guys are burning down a country because it's been fucking cop. It's been what happened to individuality?
It's actually been 101.
You guys, right?
But bro, he's an individual. His fucking actions don't mean you guys come burn down my stuff.
Did he start a fire?
No, but everybody 200 fucking miles north.
Yeah, 200 miles away, like you just said.
It's the same fucking movement. What do you mean? You can't associate with something and not take credit, bro.
That sounds so arrogant.
Bro, I understand. So I'm glad you're white. So I got a whole bunch of people I think I'm because I got a gun on my hip.
But we can't associate with
put me in a group of white people. Now, there's BLM and Antifa lighting fucking fires. So I think it's safe to assume that the fucking associating crowd with those parties that are committing those crimes, I can actually logically place the fucking blame at your guys' feet. This whole movement, all this shit is unnecessary, dude. You think any one of these people would put their knee on fucking someone's neck and execute them on camera?
Yeah. So right now, sort of the two major groups that were on opposite sides of the road before have sort of come together on the north side, the City Hall side, and it's turned into what is actually going well as a debate. It's been peaceful from the point that the police had to interfere a little bit right when we got here. But yeah, it's turned into like a debate in the street at this point. Yeah, like I said, it's just open-ended, so whatever thoughts you have or a recap of your evening, just whatever you kind of want to say.
I think nobody got hurt, and it's a good protest.
Right on.
That's about it.
Cool. So, like, why are you out here tonight?
Because I wanted to see a peaceful protest.
Very good. Cool. So, I'm trying to just be open, basically. Like, I'm not on their side. I'm also not on yours. We're just strictly media. And we saw you talking earlier. The reason we wanted to interview you is because it seems like you really do have, like, something you want to say, like a message you want to give. So, do you want to, like, repeat
Freedom
Pants for us?
The message I want to give is I'm 29 years old, and these fucking riots have been destroying this country my entire fucking life, and I'm sick of seeing it. And when these dudes show up with guns, those dudes don't fucking rob nobody or light anything on fire. That's it. Nobody here is here to protest anything. Everybody here on this side is here to protect the fucking city. Because it's a trend. You can look at a map of America, it's on fucking fire.
It is.
It is.
That's an undeniable.
Because of this group over here, not one of these fucking people are affiliated with anybody who has fucking looted, robbed, or rioted in any fucking city, in any fucking state, in this entire country. That's why I'm here.
Very good. Cool. I think that does it, unless you have something else you want to add.
No, that's about
the
gist of it.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Yep. All right, let's find someone else.
Hey guys, we got to disperse.
That's literally what we're against.
What?
I'm not against you guys. Are you Antifa?
There is no Antifa.
Those buses that came in, those were Antifa.
No, they're not. There is no Antifa. Fuck you. See, I'm trying to fucking leave, and you're trying to fuck. No, I'm walking away.
Go. Bye-bye.
Fuck you and your entire fucking existence, you fucking bigot.
Walk away! Walk away!
Antifa.
Dude,
Antifa was free buses, bro.
Why do you got a mask? Why is everybody wearing masks?
Because there's COVID-19 and shit. Why do you not shave your face? Why do you look like a scrub?
Come like I just got out of bed.
Well, good.
You're right, but when they do riot.
Good work. We've gotten a lot of good interviews. Hey, can we interview one of you guys? Is that chill?
Not at the moment, but probably anytime when this is all over or tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and we've got public information officers that'll probably be more than willing to give you an interview.
Cool. How would we identify one of those?
On our webpage, or just come down to the PD when it's not so.
Oh, okay. You mean they're like at the office?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Thank you.
Okay, you bet.
And he's not even I'm not left or right. How you doing, man? Oh wait, how you doing, brother? Yeah, no, united, man. We're not like the United Sheep. We're the united fucking melting pot, man, of like cultures, races, thought, political, religious, non-religious, all that.
So at this point, miraculously, both sides are mostly on the same side of the street, and it didn't result in craziness. So that's like a good sign, you could say. Medford, Oregon, I hope. So, like I said, the two sides kind of managed to find their way to the same side over there. And at this point, both of the sort of big squadrons of police that we saw when we first got here have kind of moved into the shadows a little bit. I guess they're trying not to make their presence super... Well, maybe the way to put it is they want their presence felt but not seen, because you can definitely tell they're here, but they're keeping sort of out of sight and away from the actual, like, the debate in the street that has sort of formed over there. You can kind of say whatever you want.
Well, yeah, I'm just here to make sure that there's no rioting, and that's it.
Right on.
Yep, just protecting my city. That's it.
So what have you seen so far tonight?
Oh, just peaceful protesting, and that's great. I mean, I heard there were a few car windows broken, but that's it. But peaceful protesting is great. Really happy with that, but just don't want it to escalate anything above that.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of starting to disperse a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen quite a few people leave. That's good.
So your plan is like sort of post it out until it all goes away?
Just kind of riding out the night.
Right on. Cool. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's pretty much it. Just stay safe, guys.
Sweet, thank you so much. Stay safe, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, I'll give you the elbow bump myself.
I came out here after I got off work. There were reports of leftists blocking the 99 highway and threatening the cops and trying to turn over a police thing. I don't know how true the reports were, but I came down here. I threw on, I had a different shirt on, said security. I had to kind of hide my American appeal because I know there were like leftists that ain't gonna like me too much, So I walked, I listened to what they had to say. I tried to have some conversation, but I got some different opinions. But I knew this was their protest, not my protest, So I'm here going to their protest. But really the most important reason I came down here is I don't want to see the rioting that's been going on. I want to, and a lot of my friends are here. Some of them are armed, some of them not, and they just want to make sure that we don't have another Minneapolis, Portland, Santa Monica, and Long Beach. Really broke my heart last night when I saw them getting ransacked, because that's where I'm from. So that's why I'm here. Once the reports came, it was weird, and all of a sudden there was like a group that was created called Defending Our Community. And it wasn't when the protests were, because the protests been going on for the last couple of days, and they were very peaceful. And then tonight, when they started hearing reports of violence, or then you just saw all these, and all the way at the Grants Pass, and they're protecting businesses to make sure that these protests remain peaceful. So, like a guy like me, I can listen to them, and then I can also listen to them, and then I can have my own protest, because I got protests against the cops. So, but nobody, I doubt anybody care about it. So. With George Floyd and stuff, I think it was unfortunate that they made it a race issue. Even if it's just prematurely, they rushed to judgment that Chauvin had a racist agenda when maybe he is a racist. There's no evidence, and so we rushed. Now the man's in jail. I still think it's murder. Looking at the video, I just think, people are saying that there was malice. To me, there was incompetence, a lot of incompetence, but we don't know yet. And I'm not going to judge that guy wasn't any of that, but I think we made it a race issue because I'm, I guess, white, right? And I've been oppressed by the police. I've had rifles in my face by legally harvesting my weed plants, my cannabis plants on my farm, private property. Kate Brown authorized the DEA, the state troopers, and the county just came and cut down my trees and stuff. But they came in and I'm trimming, and they got rifles pointed at me. And if I had shears, who knows if I would have moved a little differently or something like that, and I would have been dead. And I wonder if anybody would have cared. But I have my own issues with the cops, and to me it's unfortunate that this has become a race issue when it really should be just fix the police, And that's another thing. We shouldn't say F the police, It should be fix the police. We should try to fix the police. If we can't fix the police, let's fire them and get new guys in, or whatever. And then if we can't do it at that point, maybe, we have to go a little bit further, but like get some military in there and take care of the corrupt police. But I think we still got, look at these people standing up. We got a whole community standing up. The only problem is I wish we would stop making it race so we can get to the real problems, which is abuse of power, intimidation, fear, incompetence. Yeah, cowardice is I think, they do so much. Twitchiness.
So you could say that your opinion is more nuanced than what you sort of see on the two polarized sides?
Nuanced, it doesn't really fall. Yeah, I got a little bit of both sides, they're screaming George Floyd, they're screaming Lavoy Finicum. All right, I have anger for both. And neither one of them, I hate to say, I don't know. We'll give it a little bit more time. We'll see justice spin its wheels a little bit before we start destroying America and, But yeah, so I have a little bit of both, and I have a lot of neither. So I'm an outsider here.
And it's the same exact thing. If a white person gets caught with an excess amount of Oxycontin, it's not illegal. But if a black person gets caught with an excess amount of heroin, it's illegal. We have a lot of chemical, like a lot of are homeless, and white people are afflicted too. If you go down into the homeless population, I've been going down, giving socks to people, toothbrushes, different things they need, talking to them. What they need is we need health care, because no matter who you are, you should be able to walk in as a person. Like you, if you break your leg, you don't want to have to stress out being like, I have to pay $300 just to go in.
I got insurance.
You do. I don't. That means that if I break my arm, I have to.
Why do you not have insurance though?
I work full time. That doesn't mean you get insurance.
Yeah, that's why you pay for it.
If you can't afford it because our minimum wage and our standard of living, I work 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So what happens is I am giving about 2/3 of my income to rent. I'm giving another about I would say from that 1/3, I would say I'd give over half of that last 1/3 to food for my cat and for me and all my things, and I have a little bit left for gas and everything. This is just living in Medford. Now, a person without a home can't get a job. You have to have a home to have a job. I'm going to reiterate that again. You have to have a home to have a job.
You can go to fast food and get a job.
You have to have a home to have a job. You have to have a home.
Physical address.
I know someone that works at my work.
And there are those. This is the biggest thing, and that is great. We need to start telling people to get rid of those home address things. So you shouldn't have to have a home, but there are lobbyists on both sides and people in our political arena who want to keep that. We also, what's the first problem with everyone who's homeless? What's the problem? They don't have homes. Utah, and I would like to tell you this.
Put themselves in that position.
Now, some people do, but some people don't. Now, no matter what, they're homeless and they're hurting.
Okay.
$19,000 a year is how much a homeless person costs the taxpayer every year, with services like health, police, and every single thing, their medicine, because taxpayers have to take care of it because they can't pay for it, correct?
Why have we gone from Black Lives Matter to homeless?
Because it's all connected. Because black people and white people, but black people are more disproportionately affected. Why they're homeless, why they're being killed, why they're being more affected by these drug crimes is all coinciding to these things.
Okay, and most of the people that are being killed, George Floyd, I do not agree with him dying.
Exactly.
That's fucked up. But a lot of these black people that have died, even white people that have died, they're pulling guns. And what's a cop gonna do if he sees someone pull a gun on you?
So I totally understand you. There are people that do have pulled guns on cops, but there are people like Philando Castile, who was reaching for his wallet and was telling the cop on camera, on his body cam, that I am reaching for my wallet, and got shot.
Okay.
And
those are dirty cops.
And there's kids like Tamir Rice, who was walking with a BB
cops.
gun.
Yeah.
And get shot by the cop in the back.
Here's the thing. Some cops are scared for their life, and if they see someone with a gun that looks real, sometimes they're gonna shoot.
But wait,
And that's
shouldn't we
not
train
right.
our cops? We need to train our cops to be scared for their lives, but our cops should be the most trained in high stress, right? They should be. Now, totally, we're gonna do a little thing. This is what they teach cops in gun school. Put your finger up like this. Put your finger up like this. You have to say bang before I say bang. Ready? Bang. You're dead. You ready? Nope. Again. This is actual police training. You have to say bang before when I say bang. Well, as I'm saying bang, to go like this, you have to say bang. Ready?
Bang.
Oh no, I haven't done it yet.
Bang.
You have to wait.
But
Bang.
exactly.
Wait.
So
I haven't
should
pulled
first
anything
ask
yet.
questions
Put your
later?
finger out like this. This is an actual police training method. Bang.
Bang.
Nope. You're dead.
Okay.
They teach that. Wait.
Listen. All right. So if someone has a gun, what's the cop gonna do? Shoot them?
That's what they're gonna do, but not
Because they're afraid for
but
their
we're
lives.
But here's the thing: we're training cops to always be ready for someone to have a gun.
Yeah,
We're always-
and good.
but
The
no,
amount of
the
people
amount
that
of people who
actually have
guns-
fucking guns
The
is
thing
so
is then
much
we have
less.
people like.
I can go for
but wait,
a
we
cell
have
phone
people for
before I go
Philando.
for a gun.
Yeah, we have people like Philando Castile who are reaching for their wallet, and that cop is trained. It's called, I think it's like called the high stress predatory training, or like warrior mindset. Look up warrior mindset in their trainings. They train our cops to be ready at the drop of a second to shoot and kill someone.
And they should be.
Wait. Our cops should be when it is at that excess level. The cops have chased down a naked wielding machete man who actually just had killed 2 people. But they chased him down. They didn't shoot him, but they shot Trayvon Martin, who George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin, who had an Arizona iced tea and a Skittles. Breonna Taylor was
walking away.
Breonna Taylor. Let's just talk about Breonna Taylor then.
No, he was just walking away from where he got.
Let's just talk about Breonna Taylor.
Then who shot him?
A security guard.
The security guard.
That's a security guard.
Wait, we're talking about cops? We want to talk about cops. Breonna Taylor, 27 years old. She is in her house sleeping. There is a no-knock warrant raid by the police looking for her boyfriend, who is already in custody. They break into her home. Her boyfriend gets up and is angry, and they shoot because he's grabbing his gun because it's a no-knock raid. They have no idea who's breaking into their homes. That's wrong, right? You first off, that person's already in custody.
If you have a warrant, if cops have a warrant, they don't have to knock.
But
they can break the fuck.
But what happened is they were looking for someone that wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. He was in custody already. They no-knock, kicked down the door, and they shot Breonna Taylor. He was already
reaching for a gun.
No, she wasn't. Her boyfriend was. And guess what? He was reaching for a gun because someone was breaking down if someone kicks down your door, you're reaching for your gun, right? That's what you guys do. You guys have your guns to defend yourself. If someone immediately kicks down your door, that's illegal breaking, that's breaking entry.
No, you don't have time to.
You don't have time to. Don't say that because you don't have time to.
You're going to reach
You can
for your
say
gun
that, and I
before
totally
you
know
do
that. Dude.
No, you won't.
Hey, stop yelling.
Hey, like he said, right?
Guys,
Stop yelling.
Like he said.
Here's the thing. I know you want to know if you're the most trained gun person, but a cop doesn't even. A cop can't even. So you don't have time to check who's breaking into your house.
So when they're breaking in yelling police, it's a little different story.
But they weren't yelling police. In their body cam, they didn't. They just kicked down the door. He's grabbing his gun, and then they yell police, but he's already reaching for his gun, they shoot him. And her. Well, they shoot her and they grab him. Sorry, mix up there.
How can you see videos and evidence of case after case of where the injustice is actually happening, and how do you not believe it?
I believe it.
So why are you guys arguing though? Please don't yell at me when I am talking. Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me.
You're not seeing the big picture. You're seeing what you want to see. The liberal media only tells you
what have I said to make you say what you're saying right now?
But
Just
the liberal
let me
media, we're not
finish.
talking about liberal
Do not yell at me.
We're
Please do not yell at me and let me talk.
We're not talking
Then
about
let me
liberals
talk.
or conservatives. We're just talking
I'm not
about flat statistics and real videos and cases.
Right?
We have not talked about any media
There's
outlets.
also real videos and cases of the cops doing the right thing.
There are, but here's it's the amount of you wouldn't keep a bus driver who crashes 30% of the time, would you? No.
Yeah, because a cop does 30% everything. A cop does a thing wrong every day, right?
Hey, has something came out of my mouth where I said all cops are bad? Never.
We never.
I
No.
never
said cops
Talk
are
to me
bad.
then, because I've never said that. Well, you're talking
We've
over me
never
and
said
not
that
allowing
cops
me
are
to
bad.
speak.
I'm saying that we have a disproportionate amount of things that are going on in our police unions and our police departments, and the fact that police are actively getting rid of federal actual formal complaints that people have filed against their police officers. Are you okay with that? If a cop was to have handcuffed you for no reason, you filed a complaint and you got all that through, and then 90 days later it's deleted, so that the next time that happens on that cop, it's their first time and they never have another charge on it. That happens constantly. And I know it's hard to be like, no, that actually doesn't. No, they're open about it too. They delete their files, and we're not just talking about, because here's the thing, it happens to white people too. It happens disproportionately to homeless white people.
But you guys are just trying to, but all you see on TV and all you see everywhere is just blacks. And that's what you guys...
You don't see whites.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean,
do you see
whites?
whites?
Have I said?
I'm letting you talk. You want to fucking bitch about me not letting you talk? Talk.
I agree with you, but here's the thing. You are right. Portland police shot...
I will let him talk
There was a 28-year-old white woman who was shot by Portland police, and Black Lives Matter protesters went after the Portland police because that's police brutality. It was wrong for them to go after her. Wait. What time are you referring to? What incident?
No, it doesn't.
Because you just said a random incident. Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, let's just talk about a black person killing a white cop. Let's just say that happens.
Nobody says anything, but a white cop kills a black man,
But you're
which
not
was
even
wrong.
giving a
I do
single
agree with you. That was wrong.
You're not giving a single instance when we can say
all the
Breonna
media
Taylor,
shows
Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice. We can say Philando Castile. We can say George Floyd.
Stephon Clark.
There are, hey, guess what? There are black people that have hurt white cops, but it's disproportionately more white cops towards black people.
It is there.
It is there.
You can find it.
You can find it if you want to.
Share it on the news.
What news are you
Where is our history built from? Tell me that. That is why we are fighting, because for 400 years this has happened. Were your ancestors slaves? No, they weren't. Because you are not. No! But I am a white.
Wait.
I am fucking white. Do you
Wait,
see
can
my
you
skin
not
color?
care
I
about
am
another
white.
person?
I'm using my white privilege to
There you
help
go.
fight for the injustice going on. Yeah,
She
we
does.
all have white privilege because I am white.
I'm Mexican, but I'm white passing.
I am
don't
white,
get pulled
therefore I
over,
have
but
white
we get-
privilege.
my first day in Southern Oregon, my father and I got
Because
pulled over
I don't
6
walk
times.
out of my house.
Yeah, let's
So you have the privilege every single day, like our brothers and
so we're
sisters
doing
do.
it. We're taking the
and
motion.
we're doing the same thing.
We're making
Don't
the
tell
motion.
me about privilege.
So wait, wouldn't
we
it be
all
a
have
waste?
privilege. That's what came out of my mouth.
Wouldn't it be a waste of?
We have a privilege to bear
You
arms.
care about our veterans, right?
I do.
So
I
wouldn't
have
it be
a
a
whole
waste
family.
of our veterans' lives if we didn't stand here and protest so they died for our right to do this, right?
It's our freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
America,
Our
yeah.
freedom to
Don't-
do this, so we're
And
exercising
we're
our
over
freedom.
here bearing arms, protecting our country,
Exactly.
protecting police officers, innocent people that
Why are you
didn't do
protecting
anything.
Protecting police
Because
officers with your
they
guns?
didn't do anything. You
We're not
can't tell
attacking
me.
them.
Because these Black Lives Matter protesters are attacking them.
We're not. Did a single Black Lives Matter?
You aren't. You aren't. But all over the country, there's burning cop cars.
There are burning cop cars. Burning cop cars are not attacked police officers.
Have you seen the videos?
A car is not a police officer.
It's property of the police.
It is not a police officer.
It's property of the police.
Yeah, a black life though can't. You can buy another car.
If someone burned your car, it's not you, but it's your car. It's
Oh,
your
it would
property.
suck. But you know what sucked even more? People fucking killing my family members. And guess what? I can't fucking buy another fucking family member. I can't buy another cousin.
I'm still saying it's disrespectful.
It's
to
disrespectful
police
to
burn their
compare a
cars.
black life to a cop car.
I never said that. When did I say that a black life is equal to a cop car?
You are talking
When did
about.
I say that?
You're talking about.
No, I'm saying that these rioters are burning cop cars. I
Yeah.
never said a black life
Because these rioters have been. Okay, we talking.
Yeah, they're gonna go pull these guys over. They're all white. They're all white. Pulling them over.
We all need to get together as one and just say, hey, fuck it.
You understand?
It really doesn't matter about anything else.
Anyway.
That was quite the debate. Okay, so as you can see at this point, the protest has diminished to just sort of a crowd of like maybe 30 people, sort of just right out here in front of the city hall. I think it's going to probably mostly be dying down from here on out, and just take the form of more debates in the street. Essentially, we'll stay and record in case anything else happens, but it's kind of looking like it's just finding its natural end.
It wasn't good.
All right, let's go. I just don't want to get beat up by cops.
Yeah,
let's go home. If anyone's agree on it. The peaceful protest ended peacefully. Thanks for documenting everything, you guys. You guys rad.
Yeah, so I guess that would be the question. Is just like, why are you here, and how do you feel?
Just, I think for like a good cause. I feel like I don't know. I think it's time. It has to be some point in time when oppression has to kind of stop in a way, or marginalization of individuals or groups of people in whatever facets they deem themselves. I think it's time. I think people are frustrated. They finally saw a clear-cut video. I think that probably brought more people into it. I think more than anything else, kind of you have to wake up the silent majority, which is considered the most dangerous class. I think the silent majority, which lives in their shell, lives their day-to-day, is not affected, but ends up voting policies into place that oppress others. That's why.
Same thing, man. I'm just here because, something has to happen. We've had great leaders in this country. Malcolm X, MLK died for this, and nothing has changed. I mean, we could all say maybe it's gotten worse. When you're in the hands of the police, the last thing you expect is to be killed. So it keeps happening. It's going to happen again, and just people need to be heard. So that's what we're here to support.
Right on. Cool. Okay, I guess anything else you want to add?
I don't know. Nothing. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks so much, man.
You too. You guys stay safe.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Edit that good, all right? You got my good side.
We will, yeah.
You probably got work tomorrow, then to go home.
When you guys do your little thing like
You got
that,
big shit to
maybe
do
you guys should
tomorrow.
get me on to speak. You should come over
there.
to speak for the other side.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost.
Maybe it'll bring us together.
Like, maybe will.
Like this shit was organized by 19 years ago.
What do you guys think about that? We'll be back to the
Why are you doing that?
Some people peaceful, dude.
What's up, guys? We are going to burn down that building.
Jesus.
Well, we can make it into a homeless shelter if you want.
I don't know if that goes. I wouldn't have done that in front of the camera.
He apparently hates the police because he has some trauma. So we talked about it from a trauma-informed perspective, and he decided to go home.
Wow, man. That's a good way to go.
Yeah, because one of my new friends saw him screaming and was like, he needs to go, and I went, I'm on it. So.
No, but everywhere else we do. Okay, so that's why we're here. We're not saying that you guys are going to loot or destroy anything. We're here just in case anything happens.
Nothing's going to happen. We've been here since 12
That's
o'clock.
what everybody else is saying around the country, and look where that's going.
Okay, that's because everywhere else, cops are harassing more people than here. But
know,
still, nothing's happening. We've been here since 12 o'clock, and nothing's been fucking going on. No windows broken, nothing.
You guys been throwing shit.
Okay, so have you guys.
Who fucking threw it first, you dipshit?
Fucking call me a dipshit, really?
Yeah, I just did. What are you gonna do?
Fucking asshole. That's what I'm gonna do. But so what? We throw something, you throw something. Big fucking deal. We're not
just said that
breaking
you guys
any
aren't doing
windows.
anything.
We're not
You
doing
just
anything
said you're not doing
wrong.
anything.
It's
You
being a
hit a
peaceful
cop car.
protest.
Hold on.
I watched a little girl, she's about like 14, throw a water bottle and then laugh about it. On our side. Do you think she understands?
Okay, but she wasn't the one that threw it though.
Okay, and then guess what happened? After that, more water bottles started going both ways.
Well, there shouldn't be fucking children out on their side then.
Oh, you gonna tell them that?
All right, folks, I think that's it. It pretty much just sort of died down on its own. I think that's the protest for tonight. It's, 12:56 p.m. Things are pretty much over. I would call this no longer a protest. It's two ideologies standing in the street, having debates with each other. There may be more protesting in the days to come, but for now, I think things are over. So anyway, yeah, everything seems clear and chill. Like from here on out, it's just going to be a normal night in Medford. So folks, I hope you had a good time watching me pretend to be a newsman. And with that, this has been Keegan Van Hook in Medford, Oregon, signing off. Bye-bye.